Good morning. It is Tuesday, March 1st, 2022. Yes, we're in the month of March, folks. First 2 months of 2022 are already done and over. What are we going to do with what's coming? But that's not the topic of today. Today is Daily Shakeup number 490. Today, I want to talk about impact and caring and ask you the question, do you care about your people and your fellow team members? And do your words and actions align with that caring? Because most of us would say to some degree we care. But there are so many times that we create impact, intended and unintended, and then even exacerbate the problem when someone is courageous enough to share about that impact and we gloss over it as if it didn't even happen. So some time ago, I was leading a team retreat and I had this conversation and I asked people this question: what is the most significant change they'd like to see in the company? And one person went first. I loved it. She said, I'd really love to see us be more consistent in following our processes and procedures because it makes life easier for my group and for me and for myself. And here's something she said, really vulnerable. She said, when people don't follow the processes, it not only makes my life more difficult, it makes me question whether they really value the team and the organization or just themselves. And here's the big one. And she said, frankly, it makes me uncertain and I feel at risk. I feel actually some fear when that's happening. So here's someone who's trusted enough to share her truth, which was, I feel like someone's being selfish. I don't think they're looking out for the team. It affects trust. It makes my life more difficult, and I actually experience fear. Move forward, after several other people shared, someone else on the team steps up and says, I would like us to be less strict about our policies and procedures, and says, I want to be able to do it the way I want to do it because it works well for me and my group. Now, that might be that person's truth as well. But what I wonder, actually, I don't wonder. I'm pretty clear on this. I don't think that person really heard her. If they did, frankly, demonstrate they don't care about those feelings. In fact, they spoke as if her feelings, her impact doesn't even matter. I'm not suggesting one's right or wrong, but when someone on your team shares that kind of truth of the ways they're impacted, and it is glossed over as if it wasn't spoken, and someone just goes to what they want, irrespective of that impact, without even acknowledging that impact, that's a lack of leadership. That's where trust falls apart and is crushed. And that is a failure of leadership and being unwilling or unable, I'm going to say unwilling because it's a choice, to really be aware of my impact, intended and unintended, and to take responsibility for it. So think about that for you. Where are you perhaps, and most likely, creating some impact, even if it's unintended? And are you paying attention? Are you aware of it? Are you willing to listen to it? Are you willing to learn from it? Do you care enough to really understand the impact you have on others, whether you intended it or not? That's it for today. Keep taking care of yourself and everyone around you. By all means, stay connected.